Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Do you have anyone in the audience here aged 30 to 35? Hands up, 30 to 35. Just one? Two? All right, I'll be having some secrets later on my second presentation. Please stick around, right? You'll be hearing something that you need to hear. It's very important age. By all means, I'm so excited, so happy to be among you today and to talk about an important subject where it has been on the top agenda of more than 197 world leaders. They were part of the 17 Global Sustainable Development Goals, water and energy. And there's no better time to talk about such important topics than now. They are on the agenda wherever you travel on the world. Earlier during Davos and those big gatherings at the global level, we always speak about the commercial and the economy and the financial challenges. But for the last 3 to 4 years, we started speaking about energy and clean energy and speaking about the water because it has become a concern. Before I proceed further, I think the whole universe was whispering to us this morning with this beautiful day, cool, nice. You could hear the birds singing if you wake up a bit early. Until now, and I said it yesterday, and I want really to say it today too. Please do repeat with me, what a wonderful, beautiful, marvelous day today. It is really wonderful, it is really beautiful, it is really marvelous. It is us to connect with the universe. The time has come to connect back to the universe. Yesterday in my opening remarks, I said the world is getting together now for one reason. They are fighting small, tiny, unseen, but the whole world could not do anything so far against that enemy. It is so much tiny, so much seen, came somewhere from the universe and created this much hassle. It is coronavirus. It has become on the top agenda of the whole world with no exception, including poor countries, because it is a concern. And I said one thing, that till now we are underestimating the powerfulness of this disease. It was discovered late December last year, and came to the media in January, and it's taken this much. Every single, not minute I would say, every single second, a death toll is increasing, and someone is infected with this disease. The whole world sits, no medicine, no doctors, no physicians, no leaders, no bosses, no managers, no airplanes, no money, no financial market, no unicorn clubs could do something about it. We're at the stand still at the global level with this. So there's no better time to be connected back with the power of the universe, whatever you will be calling that power. If it's almighty somewhere, or if it's just the world you believe in, or whatever you believe. There's a time when we're disconnected, and we feel that we're so powerful that the whole world, we own it. And we do whatever we wanted to do. And we start to talk about the 5Gs, and we start to talk about the Mars, and how we'll be having wedding ceremonies in Mars years to come, and we started to be so much aggressive in our way of thinking. And says, this is the beauty of thinking big and the magic of thinking big. And we started to talk about the artificial intelligence and the 5G and what can we do and blah, 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 all these things, and how powerful it became as a creature. And we said, no, this is the tip of the iceberg. There's much to be seen, much to be discovered, much to be added to this world. And we forget, or we have forgotten one thing, how weak we are. So the time has come, because no country can find this alone. And this reminds me back in 2008, when I stepped up on this podium, at the same location of this podium, and I said the financial crisis of Lehman Brothers is not going to be a US crisis. It's going to be a global crisis. And for that reason, I am creating a non-profit organization called Alleem Business Congress. And this Congress will, inshallah, will last for as long as Almighty may will too. But I'll give all my support, whether the energy, the time, and the financial support to make this a success, because the financial crisis is not coming for one day to go. She will have so much impact on us. And when I spoke, my talk wasn't received very well, especially by the media and other people said, this guy talking nonsense, because this is a US, and within a couple of days, the bank will be bailed out, or bankruptcy, and everything will be back to normal. And we have seen on the first 3 months of that crisis, in China alone, back to China, 50 million jobs were lost in the first 3 months of the Lehman Brothers. And you could imagine the consequences. Until up to this date, we are suffering. And that day, I remember I said, one thing to fight this is by thinking together, getting together, it is better together. And the same thing I'm repeating for this disease, because we have shown the whole world, even those the top advanced economy, where they feel they're advanced in everything, they're helpless. So there's no better time than now to get united again. Build on the human values. Build on the human values. And it's probably coincident when I choose Doers of Things for my presentation title. And as you know, I've chosen the title right after the last Congress. It was about 2.5 months back. And it fits well about what's going on at the global level now. Doers of things. Are you one of them? We will be seeing and discovering later on. I really want to say a big thank you to all the speakers who spoke very, very, very well yesterday, and those I'm sure who are going to speak much well today too. We're talking about more than 14, including myself, so it'll be about 15 speakers. Because Alleem Business Congress does not give me any gift, do you? Right? It's only for the speakers and certificates. Yes. I like smiles, Latif. You could see ear-to-ear smile. Yeah? All right. So I'm here just to emphasize one thing. Please capitalize on each other time. Since you are here, you decided to take off from your agenda, and try to speak about the field you are in. And my message yesterday and today, and it's going to be tomorrow for the global brands, enough is enough. Please stop overpricing the countries and the individual and the nation with the product with your know-how. So what, you go to the unicorn club, which is $1 trillion, and you say, we have crossed 1 trillion with the unicorn club. And then the shareholder, they die or they leave this world, and this goes to the monkeys and the donkeys and the dogs, the money. And the people still suffering out there. So no, never overprice them. As the time has come, if you have the know-how, if you have the money, please, Africa is so huge to be accommodated. Nearby countries, only 1.5 hours from here flying to India, and you have more than 400 million. They don't even have access to the drinking water. It's just 1.5 hour flight from here. Yemen is there, Iraq is there. So many countries are looking for such great people like you who could really make a difference. There's a big difference between knowing and doing. We don't want the big companies or the global companies to take 100,000 US, probably 100,000 even dirhams. This is part of our global sustainability and responsibilities. And it will come in their sustainability report, like they have changed the face of the whole world with that 100,000. So we need everybody, whether the small companies, mid-scale companies, the big companies. Please do connect again. Let's build for the better tomorrow, better human being. Let's be human again. Let's not treat us as a first-class citizen, second, third, fourth, and so on and so. And that is what's happening now. We started to treat each other on religious values, whether we like it or not. It's totally wrong. We're human at the end of the day. Humanity is melting down. You don't need to be a Superman, Spider-Man, Batman to understand. Just switch on the radio in the morning and you will see what I mean. I'm done here. But before that, let us make a small pledge for the morning or the whole day. Each one of you almost has his own small bottled water, or probably a big one shared for the team on that table, right? So please give yourself pledge, because what's happened right after this water is thrown out, and there are people dying because of the clean water. Please, either one of you to take it with him home, or there's a fountain outside and a water lake. Just spray the water, pour the water there, the remaining water at the end of the program, and let the birds sing from that water. Share it with the animals. And the plastic bottle, there's a recycling bin outside. Please drop it in. Can you just do that today? Thank you.